It is similar to the gaming they are using. For example, now Nike,
Yeah.
McDonald's,
Yes.
they are putting that in one of the gaming, and the people and the kids they could use it. The
Gaming.
Roblox, I believe.
Yes,
The Rob,
Roblox.
yes.
Gaming is a key economic sector, and all of these brands like Nike that you mentioned are doing it also because they highly focus on targeting Gen Z and Gen Alpha, the new generations.
Welcome to Inspire the World podcasting channel, and today we are having Manila. How are you, Manila?
I'm good, thank you.
You are coming abroad, huh?
I'm coming from abroad. Yes, I'm coming from Monaco.
For how long?
Until
Tell us.
Sunday here in Saudi.
Oh, and for how long the trip was?
The
At
trip, it was around 7 hours.
oh, 7. Oh, it's too long, huh?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. And we were just talking about the curiosity. So this is one of the secret that will keep you motive about a new thing. So can you talk more about it?
Curiosity, well, as I was mentioning also in our previous discussion,
Yes.
in today's world, anyone can be replaced by artificial intelligence. Tasks are becoming more and more automated, can be easily redone, rewritten
Yes, yes.
by artificial intelligence. But when people are always curious, they have like a child approach to situations, to problems, even, and they keep informing themselves, discover new things, meet new people, travel to new places, even, and absorb different kinds of information. Their mind starts creating new processes. Through these new neural connections that we form, we can find ideas that can help to improve our world, even.
Wow, that's great. Do you know, during reviewing your profile, we noticed that you are the CEO of the company, and also this is and your age is 24. We amazed. So we like the brave people that they are taking the leadership and their entrepreneurship at many area, but the area you are specialized in is metaverse.
Correct.
So let us talk about metaverse.
Well, metaverse can have different kinds of meanings for different people, but for me, a metaverse is the recreation of parallel virtual worlds, and not focused purely on the gaming industry, but focused on creating virtual economies for real-world cities and countries. So I've started my work in the Principality of Monaco, but now I'm strongly focusing on other countries such as Malta and Italy. I work closely with the municipalities and with the governments to implement metaverse solutions.
So metaverse, it's look like imagination for for example, we are now in Riyadh, so it is imagination for Riyadh city, and we can go to any hotels.
Yeah, any
Uh, we,
hotel,
we
any
can
boutique.
preview.
Yeah.
We can preview. So rather than spending time in going, checking all this kind of stuff, you could preview it at your home.
Yes.
You will just wear goggles and you could check everything.
You
So this,
can use your VR headset, you can use your laptop, your mobile phone. It's very cross device.
and also rather than, for example, you know, it is crowded line at one place. So you need to book, for example, for a restaurant. So through goggles, you could go there. You could get the line till after 30 minutes, 40 minutes till you arrive there. So also it's saving time, huh?
Yeah, you could have those benefits as well. But the goal, is not to replace the real world experience. That's not what we want to do at the world in my company. What we want to do is to create a bridge that connects the real world city with its virtual counterpart.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that through the metaverse, people, yes, they can preview, yes, they can purchase, but it's a tool. See it as a tool to incentivize people to then come to the real world Riyadh, for example, because like now we are used to social media before we check some destinations, before we check some restaurants, hotels, shops. So our experience is very 2D, but with the metaverse, with a virtual city, a virtual economy that integrates enterprises and even public entities, we can actually see the city, see the store, see the restaurant, see the hotel as though we are there. So we're not seeing the content statically anymore, but dynamically. And
Mm.
it's a whole different level of experience that we are creating with this technology.
طيب, in order to move this with applying this in any place, do you have successful story already implemented in other countries?
Yes, I'm very proud of the work that I'm bringing forward, especially for countries like Malta, because they have a vision very similar to what Riyadh has, the vision 2050 that they set up.
Oh,
And it's really to make Malta become a smart nation, to digitize the island, to think about the citizens' benefits, and like with the metaverse. We can help the local enterprises to place themselves in the virtual replica of Malta and amplify also the local level of tourism and the local economic growth to boost long term the GDP of the country.
very nice. So now for Malta is the city, I can preview it.
You can start with the Valletta, yes, and if you're coming to Giatex Berlin, you can see it.
I can see it
You,
totally. I can explore the markets. I can explore any place I want to visit.
yes,
So it
and
will be easy to imagine. Then I can select Malta to travel. Am I
yes,
right?
exactly. And the goal is to interconnect different cities and countries. So from Malta, then afterwards, you can also go to Napoli. It's another city that we're working with a partner in Italy. You can visit Monaco because it's the first use case that we developed. So the Principality of Monaco, you can visit. We started working also on the Philippines,
Okay.
the city center of Manila, the Bonifacio Global City. We recreated, and now we are working also on the islands.
Okay, great.
So people can also preview the islands and see how beautiful they are. Because often people think about Hawaii or Maldives, but there's also other options, and
Other option, huh?
you can also see the Philippines.
And what is the benefit of doing the metaverse?
So
What is the
the
benefit?
benefits are numerous because as you're recreating an actual ecosystem of a real world city and at large a country, there's different types of use cases that can be developed, and there's different types of benefits as well because it depends on who you're targeting specifically. Is it the citizens? Is it the enterprises? Or is it mainly the governments? But in this case, all three are interconnected, and all three can have a different kind of benefits. For example, for the citizens, when we talk about a metaverse, it's also important to take note that the base, the backbone of the metaverse, of the virtual economy is the blockchain network. So with blockchain, you can also enable citizens to take part to the decision making of the local government as well. So they can also share their ideas, share what new areas they would like to develop, or if there are new developments also, for example, in urban planning, they can show the local government can show like the final result that they have in mind, that they would like their citizens to visualize through the metaverse because they can enter the area and see it firsthand, and then the citizens can also approve or disapprove the decision made,
Okay,
share
great.
feedback, or make new suggestions. And for the enterprises, as they are enabled also to sell their products and services directly through the metaverse, which becomes also a new e-commerce. So when we talk about a virtual economy for a city and country, a metaverse of a country, we don't talk anymore about e-commerce alone, but about v-commerce because it's as I was mentioning, it's like an immersive experience where I can enter a store, I can see the merchandise, the products I would like to buy. I select it. I can even wear it on my avatar because I log in with my avatar. I can see how it looks like, how it fits, if it's nice, and instead of just seeing the image of the cloth or of the perfume, whatever it is that I'm buying, I'm actually seeing it as though it is just right in front of me, like this bottle of water.
Oh,
Like I can turn it because there's physics that is integrated within the metaverse platform, and then I put it in my virtual basket and I use my virtual wallet to make the purchase.
okay, very nice. And it's look like the I know that the gaming is not our ultimate goal, but I believe just to the audience to make it more visualize, it is similar to the gaming they are using. For example, now Nike,
Yeah.
McDonald's,
Yes.
they are putting that in one of the gaming, and the people and the kids they could use it. The
Gaming.
Roblox, I believe.
Yes,
The
Roblox.
yes,
Gaming is a key economic sector, and all of these brands like Nike that you mentioned are doing it also because they highly focus on targeting Gen Z and Gen Alpha, the new generations that are the real digital natives, and through gaming, they can already tap into them immediately, early on. And it's a bit like you remember the Disney movies that we watch since we are kids, we remember them. And even now that they are launching the new movies, like the real world
yes,
characters, not just the fictional ones, like it really creates a nostalgia and makes us remember as well that, oh, this was part of my childhood. And the brands are using a bit a similar approach because they want to be in the back of the head of these younger kids, these younger generations, and then make them become the new loyal customers.
yes. So returning back to the benefits, we talk about the citizens, the enterprise, and the corporate level. Is there any also other benefit on country
Yeah,
on bigger?
for governments, as I was mentioning, like there's visions for the governments, and mainly they are focused also on the sustainability aspect.
Yes.
The metaverse can greatly help in reaching the visions that the countries set up, because there are different pillars like diversifying the economic sectors, creating a more local innovation, preserving local heritage, because for example, even islands like Tuvalu, they created their own metaverse because they are risking to disappear from the map of the world.
Oh,
We don't know with what is happening with the climate change if a city will remain the same way as it is,
okay.
and even like a different landmarks. There can be also some accidents as well, earthquakes, tsunamis, or even just like fires that can happen, and the landmark can also be destroyed. And keeping a virtual replica can help to remember that this was there, or to even serve as a base to be able to recreate it accurately, and simultaneously to help also these landmarks to have also a different revenue stream, because being in the metaverse doesn't mean that it needs to be a free visit. People can also pay, for example,
Mm,
5 real
okay.
to visit it.
طيب, okay. And the metaverse is taking a picture, fixed picture, and it is not live. Am I right? It's not live. For example, if there is earthquake happened at the moment and there is something, there is a building,
It's 3D rendered, so it won't be
it will
live.
not be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
live. And what is the benefit of having, for example, some force majeure? Uh, what is
Creating simulations.
creating
Yes,
simulation?
that can be done in the metaverse, because then you can create strategies also for the city to know also how to manage the citizens.
Is there any corporate level doing the metaverse well known to all of us?
Yes, they are different. Also from a procurement perspective, there's a Unilever, there's a Siemens, that are using it to trace also the origin of their products. Then also from a financial perspective, there's JP Morgan that access to the metaverse. From a retail perspective, there's even Louis Vuitton, Gucci that have access to the metaverse.
Can we take a specific example of one and explain it? For example,
Yeah, so for example, for let's say the easy ones like the retail brands like Louis Vuitton or let's say Bulgari, like Bulgari, they created a very nice experience. They created a virtual Colosseum, like it looks like Rome because originally Bulgari is from Rome. And this Colosseum was representative of their collection zero. So it was like the representation of their ring, which is shaped after the Colosseum of Rome. People could create their avatars, they could access it, and time felt different. There when they were entering the experience, it was as though it was moving at a different pace, and in fact it was focused on making the people, the users, have such an experience because the emphasis of Bulgari was to actually make people understand that
oh,
Bulgari is an eternal brand. It is a luxurious brand that really helps to make you experience, enjoy what you are wearing at a different level compared to others, and you could then be redirected to buy the real world jewelry.
okay. And what about the smell?
From a smell perspective, there are some companies that are even creating some olfactory experiences while you have even the VR headsets. So while you wear the VR headset, you can have like a full immersive experience where it's not just the visual or the touch with the haptics, but also like the actual smell integrated. But it's not yet there like a completely available to the outer market.
Oh, still, huh? We
Yeah,
are working on it.
they're still working on it. There's like a lot of individual experiences, let's say, where you can experience it like at events or like in private, but or in museums. They also put it. But to make it fully available as a package for individuals, so integrating the headset, the haptics, and also the smell, it will take still some more time.
Okay. Do you think KSA Saudi Arabia uh, will shall work and invest heavily in metaverse?
Yes, because even the World Economic Forum predicts that by 2030, over 700 cities will have some form of metaverse infrastructures implemented.
So it's already there.
It's already there. We are there already. Like the market is ready. From an hardware perspective, people might say, "Oh, but you still need the VR headset. There's not many people that wear it." But you don't need necessarily the VR headset. You can access it also with other devices. But
You could access it through computer. I could
yes,
access it through mobile.
yes, exactly. And KSA, they have a Vision 2030 for their country, and innovation and economic diversification are crucial for the nation. So I do believe that KSA needs to invest, needs to be there, and in some form is already there. Because when we think about Saudi Arabia, we always think about great projects
Yes,
like
you're right.
NEOM.
Neom, Ritzy, Daraiya, a
Yes,
lot of project Roshan.
yes.
One thing, what is the cost of that? For
It's
example, you build that for countries, you build that for cities. How much?
It depends on the use case, but if you need to virtualize, starting from one city, And when you virtualize one city, doesn't mean that you recreate accurately each and every road, because that's a simple digital twin. You focus on the iconic landmarks. So it depends on how many landmarks they have. But on average, consider that to maintain a competitive price for each landmark, it shouldn't cost like more than 30,000 euros.
30,000 euro. Okay. And the landmark, despite the space area and all this kind of stuff, am I right? Or it is relying on the space area, square
It,
meter?
it depends on the size. It
Mm.
depends on the space, because of course the more space it occupies, the more details need to be recreated, and some landmarks are very complex. So for example, in Europe we have a lot of baroque architecture, gothic, and those are more complex details to be recreated in 3D for the 3D artists to be integrated in the metaverse. But for example, in Malta, like many buildings are much more linear.
Hmm. Okay. So, do you think, since you applied that in Malta, do you think that the regulation could be an obstacle, and how to enhance that in any countries, just to let them pass the regulation, or to let them apply the regulation to motivate all supplier, consultant, contractors to move with the metaverse?
I never see regulation as an obstacle. I actually see regulation as something that goes hand in hand with innovation, because innovation, of course, you need to let it grow. It's like a baby. It needs
Ah,
to
okay.
grow up, but you need to teach the baby how to behave as well.
Yes.
So that's what the regulations do. Because otherwise, there could be a lot of situations where enterprises don't really act the best way, because not everyone thinks always about the benefit of citizens, enterprises, or countries, but sometimes they act a bit too selfishly, and that's where regulations help to maintain this balance. And like for example, in Europe, there's already Mika that has been developed to like help enterprises understand how to implement blockchain and crypto. In Dubai, the same. There's also an entity that does that. In KSA, I'm not familiar with it yet to say if there's like a specific regulation or not. But regulation is not an obstacle, and as I was saying, also where there's a
Yes.
will, there's a way to bring things forward.
Yes.
And
If there is a willing, there is a way.
yes,
Yes. And in the opposite of the regulation, the government should work on the regulation just to allow that.
I believe that it's the other way around. I think that first they should start testing small scale, even just a POC, to check how it works, and based on that, regulate this is good, this is not good.
Okay, clear, clear. Uh, after implementing this in other countries and cities, how do you measure the progress and the benefit of that? Is there a lot of benefit or still at early stage to judge?
This is still too early stage to judge. Even countries that invested over $100 million, like South Korea, still don't have data
How
to.
much they invest?
They invested over $100 million in
Oh,
it to create a virtual soul. Yeah, Seoul is the capital. Yeah,
and still,
they have no data to be shared yet.
okay.
And well, for that, we are doing also some researches with some universities. One is the University of Turin for Malta specifically, to know also like when we will be opening the metaverse of Malta to the wider public, how many new tourists are being brought to the country thanks to the metaverse, and also how good how well they feel in the metaverse experience, because as I said, what we want is not the metaverse to replace the real world experience, but to act as a bridge between the real world city and its virtual counterpart, so to really make it become a tool that
Okay.
supports the country.
How would you imagine the world after 10 years more with your metaverse?
I don't want to reach the level where it becomes dystopic, where everyone is stuck inside of it. I
Yeah.
would even put some limitations to how many hours per week people can
Mm.
access the metaverse, because it is important to use such technologies to advance our knowledge, to connect us with different people and different countries globally, because our goal at the world is not to just do 3 4 countries, but to really expand this project globally and interconnect the various cities and countries at large. So this creates a bridge between
Mm.
the different cities, and people can visit, explore more, even find new jobs, because like at the end, when you enhance your network through these technologies as well, and you learn also about new cultures, you can meet interesting people, interesting enterprises as well along the way with these virtual economies, and even be hired and fly
Yes.
even here in KSA. Like it can be like a good tool to attract foreign talents as
Mm.
well.
We can acquire the talent through the metaverse.
Yes, because for example, in Malta, we are developing a training program with TechMT and DiabMT. And in the goal of the training program is train the local Maltese to develop metaverse skills, so to scale up the Maltese metaverse. But with the World Malta, we want also to attract foreign talents that can come in the country and support the development of the ecosystem, and also work with the local enterprises that are hiring, for example, a chief
Mm.
metaverse officer, or new roles, new jobs that will be generated, because as technology advances, like we've seen since the past, there's always the need of new jobs and the new skills for
Yes.
the enterprises.
Yes. Do you have any recommendation, advice to the people hearing us at the moment
On which
in metaverse?
in metaverse.
Yes.
Uh, like people always feel scared when it comes to these technologies. They feel scared that they might be replaced, that they may not be able to do their jobs as before. But change is something very normal, It's a part of humans' evolution, it's part of our nature, and our role is to adapt to these changes. We cannot neglect the fact that the new generations are digital natives, and we need to cater to these new generations when we want to talk also about sustainability. Because, as I always say, sustainability is not just about planet, which is one part of the triple bottom line. It's also about people and the profit, and the people especially need to understand that
Yes. Yes.
we need to enhance our human capital development, and to do that, technology is fundamental.
Okay.
It's very important, and when it comes to the profit side, enterprises needed to expand and needed to become more and more profitable, so that they can support the local ecosystem, and to further grow, to enhance the GDP of the country, which ultimately supports also the new generations to come that want also new jobs, new
Right.
roles, and you can really like facilitate a natural growth of the country when you implement new technologies.
Thank you very much. It's very nice session with you today. And at the end, we need just to watch the camera and say our motto to inspire the world.
To inspire the world.
Thank you very much.